get started for the day. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Heartland's first Digital Citizenship Day. We are excited to have you here. Thank you for coming, and we are pleased to have attendees from all over the state of Iowa, including 43 of our districts, and 7 of our AEAs are represented here. So thank you so much for coming. My name is Marissa Dahl, and I am the Instructional Technology Consultant here at Heartland AEA. I would like to introduce the rest of the Instructional Technology team, and their pictures will be up on the screen and the districts that they serve. First off, we have Deb Bale, Tyler Hellman, and they're on the back right now, Travis Wilkins, Tyler Youngers, Lynn McCartney, Rob Kleinow, and Alex Glade. Thank you to our team who has helped make this day a success. For follow-up support, please find one of us and we can partner with you to support your building or your district. Also, a huge thank you to the staff here at Heartland for helping put this day together. We could not have done it without all of the support we had here. A few housekeeping items. The internet here is HAEA.net, and the password is education. And we ask that you have one connected device so that we can make sure that everyone is connected here at Heartland. Our SCED, there's a link to our SCED up on the screen. Here you will find our sessions, room assignments, and also the resources that the presenters have provided us will be posted for each of their sessions. The hashtag today is on Twitter is HAEA.DigCit, and you'll be able to find it on many of the boards around the building today. So let's get started with our day. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Ryan Weiss. Ryan is the director at the Iowa Department of Education. Dr. Weiss has led the implementation of Iowa's teacher leadership and compensation system, including designing and executing the application and selection process, facilitating multiple statewide coordination teams, creating a principal support system, and leading Iowa's Commission on Education Leadership and Compensation. He is originally from South Dakota and holds a BA in history from Creighton University, a master's degree in public administration from the University of Nebraska at Omaha, and a doctorate in education leadership from the Harvard Graduate School of Education. Dr. Weiss lives in Des Moines with his wife Sasha and sons Weston and Graham. Join me in welcoming Dr. Ryan Weiss.
All right, well, thank you, Marissa, for the nice introduction. I'm really happy to have the opportunity to welcome you all to today's event. Digital citizenship is an important topic, and it's a subject, frankly, about which I still have a lot to learn. And so when the team here at Heartland first approached me about being a part of today, they asked if I would be a featured speaker. And I said, how about I just give the welcome instead and let the people who really are the experts on this topic be the featured speakers. So consider yourself officially welcomed to today's event. So now, to get us started a little bit, I'll share a little of what I do know and what I've learned about digital citizenship in getting ready for today. So digitalcitizenship.net, a site that I'm sure probably everyone in this room or most people in this room are familiar with. Digitalcitizenship.net defines digital citizenship as the norms of appropriate, responsible technology use. And the site frames digital citizenship around a guiding question of how should we act when we're online and what should be taught to the next generation. So as many of you probably know, and as it's posted on that site and other sites, when you're researching digital citizenship, you commonly see Dr. Mike Ribble's 9 elements of digital citizenship, which in fact I saw today, this conference, the sessions, are actually framed around most of those elements. To me, when I look at those 9 elements, it boils down to 4 themes of access, respect, protection, and growth. And I've seen these 4 themes as a teacher, student, director of the Iowa Department of Education, and as a parent of 2 elementary students. And as I reflect on digital citizenship and the lenses through which I've viewed the topic, one challenge is clear to me. I was able to gradually enter the digital world. Today's students don't have that luxury of gradual entry. While equitable digital access can still be a challenge, for most students in Iowa, access to technology and online interactions is ubiquitous. So I entered the teaching profession in the relatively early days of digital learning as a social studies teacher in the late 1990s and early 2000s. And I felt like I was pushing boundaries as a teacher when I took my kids down to the computer lab to do web quests. So many of you probably worked through those early days of the first online learning opportunities. I'm sure if I went back and dusted off those lesson plans, they look pretty quaint by today's pedagogical standards. Now, by the time that I went back to graduate school for the first time in 2006, digital learning and digital citizenship had clearly matured. I earned my master's degree from the University of Nebraska at Omaha entirely online. And while many of the interactions I experienced in my online master's program were static, they weren't real time, the potential for using digital learning and the need for clearly defined digital citizenship had evolved, and digital learning, had really become a means for personal and professional growth. Now, today, as the director of the Iowa Department of Education, I've experienced firsthand in a few different ways the importance of digital citizenship. In fact, I'm still working to fully harness the power of social media and digital citizenship for a lot of purposes, to build my own personal learning network, to share the mission, vision, and roles of the department, and to engage in meaningful dialogue with stakeholders. One of the teams that I have a pleasure of working with at the department is our Iowa Learning Online team, or ILO. Many of you might be familiar with ILO. It's an Iowa Department of Education initiative designed to help schools expand learning opportunities for high school students through high-quality, rigorous courses delivered online, all taught by Iowa licensed and certified teachers. And so, as I was preparing to do this welcome this morning, I reached out to our ILO team to get their thoughts on digital citizenship. And how do they see this playing out day to day, given this is their lives of facilitating strong, powerful, positive interactions with students and teachers across Iowa. And their responses fell largely along the lines of the themes I mentioned at the beginning: access, respect, protection, and growth. So I'll share with you some of the comments I got back when I asked our ILO team about digital citizenship, because I thought they were insightful. So one of the team members commented that when we share information, we cannot necessarily control it any longer. We do not always know when our online actions will have repercussions in the real world, for better or for worse. I want my children to be able to positively express themselves in a digital space and also have the tools to proactively protect their image and identity. A second one of our ILO team members, actually our ILO director, said, as a result of Iowa schools' one-to-one initiatives and the fact that most teachers and students now have access to at least one internet-connected personal device of their own, it's important that we model behaviors and set expectations for appropriate interactions in the digital environment. Digital behavior is often conducted in what students assume to be a private space, when actually it can easily and quickly become very public. And finally, a third team member remarked that digital citizenship starts in realizing information is the commodity of the digital age. When we digitally participate in communication, this is an act of trade for the global economy. The technology we experience every day makes these exchanges accelerate. We are trading ideas so quickly, this leaves very little time to recover or counter a poorly decided trade. So I thought these ideas that these three folks who work in this every day were incredibly exciting, about access, about protection, about responsibility, and underlying it all, the opportunity we have for growth in a digital age and by invoking digital citizenship. Digital citizenship is important. It's high stakes, particularly as a parent, I feel this way. I want my kids to experience the upside of all of these themes. The ability to access new information and opportunities, the chance to grow as citizens in a globally connected world, and the ability to do this safely and respectfully. So creating this environment is something that all of us play a role in. So with that in mind, I thank you for taking the time to be here today, to engage in this important conversation. And again, welcome and enjoy the learning. Thank you.